Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and we're going to be playing some Best of 1 today. Don't do too much Best of 1 on the channel. Generally, I prefer Best of 3 just for sideboarding, and it helps shore up some matchups. But I have been losing regardless of what I've been picking up. I've been in a funk. So turning to basically a Best of 1 pile of mountains. Particularly, this is a burn list in Historic for Best of 1. Basically, we are trying to fling lightning bolts at our opponent's face and then chip in with kind of tiny creatures that scale late. So you have like your wizard package of Ghitu Lavarunner, Viashino Pyromancer, and then added on is Soul-Scar Mage. So 1 mana, 1/2 prowess. So whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it gets +1/1 till end of turn. And then if a source would deal non-combat damage to a creature an opponent controls, they get -1/1 counters. In particular, really good against like the Auras deck or shrinking bigger things down. The rest of the deck, creature-wise, we have Thermo Alchemist. So 2 mana, 0/3. You can tap it to deal a damage, and then whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you can untap it. So it's a good way to turn on Spectacle without having to attack. So you can like light up the stage before attacking in. When you have burn spells, you can like tap untap shenanigans, which is cool. 2 Bonecrushers, and then 1 Hazoret the Fervent on the top end. So can't attack unless you have 1 or fewer cards in hand, and then you can discard to deal 2 damage to each opponent. It's an indestructible haste, 5/4. Rest of the deck is Burn, Shock, Lightning Strike, Wizard's Lightning, Skewer the Critics, and then card advantage in Light Up the Stage, and basically kind of pseudo 5th copy of Light Up the Stage in Flame of Kelt. Mana base wise, we are at 16 mountains and 4 Ramunap Ruins. So Ramunap is we can pay 5 mana and sacrifice a desert to deal 2 damage, so it's just some utility there. I want to see, because we are playing Best of 1, there is this smoothing algorithm that does improve our hand quality. So we might be able to actually go down to 19 lands and play a second Flame of Kelt. So want to play it out. I also don't know what the Best of 1 meta is, so want to test that out. We're on plat tier 4. Like I said, I've managed to win like 2 or 3 in a row and then like lose 4 in a row. Just kind of like I was playing this in Best of 3. I was playing an 18-line version and drew 11 lines in an 18-line deck. So let's play Historic Ranked. Cool. So we'll get started. I will be doing an extra long stream on Sunday from most like Eastern time afternoon. So we'll be playing a bunch of decks as well. And just of note, it is September on Twitch. So if you haven't done so already and you want to help support the channel, there is a discount on subscribing on the channel. The longer you do it, the better the deal is. But it is something, if you can, it'd be greatly appreciated. Otherwise, as always, if you could sub on YouTube is free. Or just following on Twitch are just ways that you can support the channel for free as well. So I think we attack in here, and I think I want to get the Thermo Alchemist going. So this could be goblins, it could be some sort of burn. Okay. They point the damage here, which is fine. I think we just go like this and then play this out. We don't know if they're a creature-based version or a similar burn pile. Okay. So this does deal a damage to us, but that's fine. We're ahead on board right now. They also missed a line drop. Probably prioritize the Lightning Strike over the Bonecrusher to put in another sorcery. Yeah, because that gives these haste. Because I get to hit them for 8 now. And then we have this just as additional reach. So they need like Shock to kind of get us. Okay, Thermal Alchemist, that's fine. Two will go through and then we just do the 2 damage. So opponent looks to be on a very similar build to ours. Took him down 1-0. The slow crawl to Mythic. The nice thing is with these games, they're usually over by like turn 4 or 5, win or lose. In best of 3, you usually take game 1, but like I'm running into a lot of green base decks that are playing Gargaroth in the side, and it is very hard to get rid of that. You have to kind of like point multiple burn spells or kind of get lucky. So Lurrus can be auras or the Rakdos version. Against auras, you want to prioritize having burn to take out their creatures. Them mulliganing is also good. It's most likely auras. Auras tends to mulligan a lot more. So I'm going to attack in here. I'm going to get Alchemist going, because if they play a creature next turn, then I have the mana to... Okay, so what I can do here, which is pretty nice. So tap this. Let's go into full control. Yeah, so we don't get the second untap, but actually we still have the trigger on the stack, so we get the untap. So we did have to use quite a bit of burn, but they did mulligan and we took them off 2 creatures. And then this is one of the most difficult creatures for us to deal with. And then next turn I have another Lavamancer and another Lightning Strike. Okay, they bring Lurrus to hand. Usually in this matchup, like, I've won quite a bit against burn, but it's really just about how you're able to protect this to get it to like 5. I'm very surprised they decided not to shock in there, because now they can't play the Selfless Savior. Gonna do this mana wise, it's more efficient. Yeah. Alrighty. 2-0 very quickly. Plat tier 3. Last month was really easy to get to Mythic because there's so many field players, and Blue-White Auras was very good against field. They were too slow to deal with it and didn't really have the interaction needed. Now with Sultai, they play a lot of extinction events. Okay, so opponent's on the play. I think we keep this. Like, we have quite a few plays on turn 2 if we don't hit another land. If we get the nuts, we can go Lava Runner, double Wizard's Lightning, and then hit him for 8 on turn 2. Okay, now we're in a bit of trouble. Probably lost this one. Ooh. Please Thoughtseize me. My hand's very redundant. So, need a mountain, get these Viashinos going. play draw this game probably goes a lot different. Now we're just getting magicked. It's kind of silly. Let's just get rid of Wizard's Lightning for now. I want them to use a spell to kill this. I don't particularly want to trade. Yeah, and then I got Oathakaya. Opponent's in a really good spot. This blocks me pretty much for days. Okay, we're done here. They're too set up at this point. Okay, we'll take that. That's our free loss on plat 3. I still think that hand's worth keeping. Like, if you look at it, you're likely going to draw a land within your first 2 to 3 draws. And then we're okay there. This looks like another one-lander. So this hand we're not going to keep. We don't have a 1-drop. Okay, we'll keep this. I think we put the ruins back. So Jingantha could either be another Burn Mirror. Opponent is a professional Magic player. There is a play to shock here because it turns off Wizard's Lightning. Okay, we're going to get rid of the Soul-Scar. Then play out Ghitu. No blocks here. Wow, there's Spring Jingantha to hand. Seems like a deal, friend. I think since they don't really have much action going on, we just kill this. Poke in for 2. So now we're pretty live. Like, Lion gets us Hazoret. Don't know why it defaults that up. And like we can block this. Okay, give me a land. Sick. My 5 drops or my 5 power guy is better than yours. Hazoret, I can't remember if it's male or female. Let's just throw this in front here. Still think we do this. Gives me 2 blockers. Like, we only take a point of damage. They can't really play anything else out, and then I can just discard anything I draw to kill them. Got him! So they're a little bit bigger with the Ferocidon's main, so that was something we were considering to play if we do run into goblins a lot. I'm surprised we haven't seen that many goblins in more burn. I think we are content with the lands though. 20s seemed like a decent amount. So you generally want to prioritize Soul-Scar because it doesn't get haste. So we'll shock here. And I'm going to light up the stage this turn. It guarantees me to Spectacle, and then this will have haste next turn. Perfect. So then I get a land. I can go Wizard's Lightning. Okay, cool. They spend their whole turn like that. So then I do this, and then Wizard's Lightning them. And then I could go Lava Runner, Lightning Strike, even if they have something like Chainwhirler. Okay, so they are playing bigger. Flooding a bit. So I think that's the easiest way to tell if your opponent's on Chainwhirler or Embercleave in their builds, is if they have Jengantha or not. Okay. Well, they took 3. So that's actually a really good draw. I'm going to offer the trade here. We're ahead anyways, and then I'm just going to bring Jengantha to hand. Because then if they... Oh, they just Wizard's Lightning. That's fine. Because now they're less likely to have the damage to go along with this. Okay, so I think we go Jengantha this turn. Probably not going to block until I could have Lightning Strike up. That's annoying. Here... I think we gotta go this. And then this. Just take the trade. Now we're in top deck mode. Okay, well, light up the stage into Ghitu Lavarunner and light up the stage is a hell of a draw. So, we don't want them to get the value off this. Opponent's top decked well. Okay, so we still have our own Viashino, or our own Bonecrusher, sorry. We take 2. It's not the best, but gets it off the board. Hazoret would be really good here. That's a really good draw. Taking the trade here seems really loose, but we'll take it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna hold the mountain right now to make it seem like we have something, and then just Ramunap Ruins. I think the opponent should have kept... Okay, well, clear off some more lands off the top. Like, I wouldn't mind drawing the ruins at this point either. Like, we're basically there. Give me a burn spell. Lethal. Alright. One turn we gotta dodge. No shock. No shock. Damn it. That one was close. That really just comes to timely. They drew that Soul-Scar Mage at the perfect time to shrink down Gigantha. Okay, 2 lands in hand. Where we want to be. And as a keep. Okay, so normally I would lead with the Lavarunner, but against an elf deck you always shock the elf. Okay, so opponents on elves. This is a time where having Chainwhirler would be very good. Generally speaking, what we want to do here is keep these shocks and lightning strikes for like the lords. So we take this down. And elves is usually a critical mass deck, so we're okay trading off some of these. I think we just do this. The opponent missed a land. This is probably right. If you hold them off lands, we hit them for 6 this turn. Then I can skewer whatever they play next turn. Again, I think it's right. Just keep them off creatures and have these little things poke in. If I draw a land, I get Hazoret. Otherwise, every other draw on my deck I can cast. Perfect. So even without Chainwhirler, we were able to take that. Come on. I believe in you, Arena. I believe in you. Okay, we stopped believing in Arena. At least it crashed there and not during the middle of a game. Like, elves can do cool things at times, but I've never seen, like, I've never had success with it. I think what it really wants, instead of going the Craterhoof approach, is you want to play the version with, like, when they print the green-black elf. So opponent goes first. We're a bit slower this go around. I still think we keep it. Can go Thermo and then turn on Light Up the Stage. I also have a draw here to potentially hit a 1-drop. Hand's much better on the play. Okay, Soul-Scar. So I think we actually prioritize killing Soul-Scar. And then I can go Viashino, Light Up the Stage. Actually, we'll wait to see. Okay. Cool. Cool. You return off Soul-Scar. So I'm doing this now because of prowess. It can get bigger after. So I'd rather do that this turn. Okay. Throw all that burn at me. Actually, Wizard's Lightning's nice here. So I think I'm going to prioritize just Wizard's Lightning this. They could have a Wizard's Lightning of their own. Okay. That's fine. Because they're pretty much out of cards now, and this Alchemist can block pretty well. Oh, shit. He says as they draw Hazoret. Ha da 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 da. So I need a burn spell. Play draw in these matches is such a variance. I think we need to just block here because we're dead with the discard afterwards. So, gonna do this. Play this out, play out Soul-Scar, block with the Thermal Alchemist, play our own Hazoret. But why not point it at me? So Hazoret can't block this turn, which is a little awkward. So let's do this. Makes it smaller. And then play out Bonecrusher Giant. Next turn, play Hazoret. Okay, so opponent just had a land. I do need to block here. Cool. Get rid of you. They had the shock. That doesn't work. And I'm dead. Guess I could have attacked in. But they have priority there. Soul-Scar Mage is really good. Maybe we just have to try to keep every hand with like one drop in it. Or just be lucky and be on the play every game. Alright, well we're on Thermo Alchemist plan. See what the opponent's on. Actually think we might want to get rid of Jenganta and play Chainwhirler. Well, we're on the All Alchemist all day plan. This is the first Fable passage we've seen. Blue. Sultai, perhaps? Okay, Simic Ramp. So I'm going to do Wizard's Lightning this turn. I just want to put as much damage on them as possible. The start's been really bad against this deck. Especially with Uro coming down. Just basically invalidated our entire turn. Because they're going to be going up to Ugin, and our current board state's not the best. In light of Ugin. They still got a full grip. Be a 5 mana this turn. Oh, they're Bant. Well, we're kind of all in on this. Let's hopefully dodge a sweeper. Is this like an Enchantress version? I can do 6 damage this turn, just off the Thermal Alchemist and Bonecrusher at least. Top, bottom. Not the most encouraging. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. I am perfectly okay with you playing Narset. Kind of a misplay there. You should usually Narset before you Temple of Mystery. Just because the cards you don't choose from all go to the bottom. Okay, so they have Shatter. We're just going all face here. We're not going to win this long game. So we know they have Shatter. Could be missing a mana. This at least draws me a card. Put him down to 5. The nice thing too is Ugin's not necessarily game breaking versus us. Oh, and they shock. Even better. And they're still a ways away from Uro. Because then any lightning bolt is lethal on them. Flood of Tears. They have Omniscience. Yep. I mean, we're still any burn spell away.
My prowess is unmatched. Meditate and prepare.
That gains him 3 life. See what they do. Usually these decks will like play Fae of Wishes and then you win by drawing your whole deck out.
I have practiced against many. I have just the trick for this.
This matchup really should have been an easy win. Tamiyo can pick up Flood and then they do it again and they just circle through.
The moon looks intriguing tonight.
Yeah, now we lost. So with Tamiyo, you basically just do that loop, and they'll just be able to draw through their whole deck. And that's not going so great. I think we might want to go more on the creature side with Embercleave. We'll give it one more with this configuration, and then I'll do a creature-based version. So I personally don't like Lavamancer. It's something that's an exclusion in my list. It's too slow, I find, in this format. Okay, so Gutter Bones. I should have waited to see if we hit a land off this. It's not the priority to kill right now. They might be on Obliterator, which would be bad. So now that they have this... Oh, this might be God Pharaoh as well. Probably not. God Pharaoh doesn't play Gutter Bones. So next turn I can go Ruins. Fiend Artisan and Gutter Bones. It's fine, because now I just do Shock. Do I want to discard? Probably not. And to be honest, I think we hold on to the Skewer the Critics. It can get a blocker out of the way next turn for me. That's annoying. So I can throw one of these away, but I think we just skewer here. Get the prowess trigger, they take a point. And then we just attack in. Okay, so this was the burn-oriented version. We pretty much like ran 500. We got up a couple games, down a couple. Let's make a port and see how it goes. But more creature-based. With like cleave. So off the bat, Thermo Alchemist out, Flame out. Probably 2 skewers, keep the light up stage, keep the Hazoret, get rid of you. Then we want Chainwhirler. Embercleave. Then we have some flex spots. We can do Robber of Riches. Can go more Bonecrusher, which I don't think we want. So I do want to keep the wizards. Like we can go another Chainwhirler. And then maybe another land. Don't really want Tin Street. Oh, we can do Earthshaker Khenra. It's another haste threat that comes back late game if we flood. 20 lines might be too short, though. Let's try it out. This version really just looking to cleave some people. Most of our creatures will have some sort of haste. Okay, we'll keep this hand. Opponent's on Luris, so again, it's auras or whatchamacallit? Auras or the Pyromancer. So this is auras. So I'm going to light up the stage first here. And then just get Ghitu in. Their turn 2 play. If they did this, that means they didn't have a white on one. That's great for us because now I just shock here. Kind of laughing at this point. I have 2 burn spells to kill whatever creature they do. So they'll get to draw a card, but they're left without presence on the board. Okay, all seed. Looks like they're just going to escape this on top. That's fine. So I wanted to see if they do anything more. Hit him for 6. Yeah, Adonto's really not good against the red decks. Okay, so not too shabby. Auras on the play when you don't have the dog on one is pretty much an auto loss to mono red. If you have the dog on one and you could protect your core Spirit Dancer, then you can have a shot. Okay, opponent goes first. We can shock their first play Viashino, and then have a ton of burn. Okay, they're on goblins. So I'm actually going to play this out on one. Turn 2, they don't have much to kill. Let's see if I can bait them. So at this point, we're going to do it. And then I have Wizard's Lightning for whatever they play out. Okay, they're just going Wily into Wily. Probably go face here. Oh, is that a good draw or what? Okay, Cranko. So I'm going to do this. It's more mana efficient, because I prefer the instant speed on this. And they would need both land and Muxus. Okay, so they got Matron. So Muxus is coming down next turn. Can't block. Alright, that Earthshaker. Timely for sure, because they would have soaked up 3 damage there. May want more Earthshakers, but the 2/1 body is a little awkward. Like there was good. I think like 2 of is probably good. Like when I play Robber of Riches, I usually like to play 4 just to get its ability. Alright, well, opponent's on Luris. Let's see some auras. Ooh. Archfiend. Well, I'm taking a chance here. I can very well be facing a 5/5 next turn. But life gain against us is reasonable, and just to be mana efficient. Croxa. Spin the Skewer, because if I draw a land, I can play both of these out. Prefer to do this when I have haste, but it also lets me double play. Young Peasy. Okay, so just do this now. buried, it's fine. It's pretty good because he gets another card in their bin for Croxa. So we can see an escaped Croxa next turn, perhaps. Shit. Chainwhirler. Missed line too many times. So they're gonna Croxa next turn. I lose this Hazoret, but we just have to hope that I can outburn them. It's really unfortunate. That seems silly. You have a Croxa anyways to take out the hand, and now you're gonna run a risk of just dying a burn. So this is all burn point at our opponent. Actually, I probably should have got rid of young Pyromancer. I lost. They get back Archfiend, and then I'm dead. So, mana got us that game. Can't really do much about that. We're playing 20 lands. We go first, so I'll keep this. I have a draw plus a light up the stage with this Lava Runner. In case it was mono blue, I didn't want to play out the Lava Runner yet. Doing this because they can bounce this. The shock's always available, and most of mono blue's things are small to begin with. Fine. Get this down. Then I could play out my hand next turn. Tempest de Jin. Ooh. Opponent is going to Cleveland. As we drew it up. And I think because of a lot of the players aren't playing Cleave, it's not something they're going to be playing around. Even without Cleave, we are in a pretty good spot, I think. Just being able to... we had the burn if needed. I would have traded off one of the 1-drops plus a shock. So opponent goes first. Probably keep it. Hope we draw a 1-drop. Okay, Snoop, Matron on top. So I'm just gonna do this now. Next turn I could Viashino and hold up Wizard's Lightning. Them being on the play helps a lot in this matchup. Probably just going to start pointing burn at their face. Well, that's going to die next turn anyways with the stomp. Okay, cool. So hit the land. So I think what we do is this. Light up the stage. Yikes. Kill this. Shit. They popping off? So we gotta try to hit one of their haste enablers to have a chance here. I'm dead though. Bit too slow. Because they have this in hand, but they will have, well, they have the goblins anyways. I can draw Chainwhirler. That's my pseudo out. So I gotta go shock, light up the stage. Nah, not enough. I can do this. I can kill Krenko. I mean, it does buy me a turn. Then Hazoret can block this quite a bit. Problem is, they're just gonna go really wide. Yeah, no, I can't. Okay, so now we did. Best of one's a shit show. There's way too much variance in this format. Like, if you're on the play, you have a chance. If you're not, good luck. We'll run one more with this. Probably better off with burn. So here, kind of want them to commit something since we have Chainwhirler. And then we have Shock to follow it up. Oh my god, that's perfect. And like the disparity between this game and the last game is on full display now. The simple thing of going first, having the Chainwhirler in hand. We only have the one instant in the graveyard. Next turn I get to go Hazoret. Cool. You have a 2/2. I could also just cleave. Cleave or Hazoret? Nah, let's let him know the god's here. Came to turn Hazoret sideways. Okay, maybe one more. Just let me tell my wife something quick. So I'm going to mulligan this hand. Specifically because we're against Lurrus. I'm going to put the Skewer back. So I thought like there's a chance we were against auras, so that the first hand's better. Against this deck, but because we were unsure if we were playing against auras or not, took the chance. Okay, we're just gonna Wizard's Lightning this. Can we stop drawing lands, please? This can get swept up with a Chainwhirler. Might see Kroxa here. Kind of tempted to play Hazoret out. They can't kill it in any way. Like, I can't block with it right now. This could be Village Rites, yeah. And it lets me block Kroxa if they do hit one. This is worse against Priest, but they would need a Priest, Claim, and another thing. 2 other creatures. Okay, Pyromancer. Damn it. That's what we didn't want. Gonna hold this back. I can't push through any damage right now. Lurrus in hand. Lurrus can get back the Priest. So, I think opponent might have forgot about Hazoret's second ability. Now we're going to take our opponent on a little trip. To Cleveland! So we just need to dodge one turn of the haste on the priest. Interesting. They go Pyromancer. Ah, they have Innocent Blood. Killer. Okay, well that lets me hold back the Luris at least for a turn. Potentially. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Watch, this last card's gonna be Village Rites. Six, 9, 11. Yeah, they have lethal. Ah, the magic. The hell is that? That's kind of nonsense. Let me try Auras in best of one really quick. Or actually, this mono green stompy list might be decent in best of one. If everything's red. Let's play a game of this. Innocent Blood into exactly claim for lethal. Because we're not dead if they have any sort of removal. We're not dead for Kroxa. Opponent's on mono red. Sure. Opponent's on Cat Oven. Okay, Blood Artist. So this is Citadel. Steel Leaf is very good in this matchup. So they need a Woe Strider to be able to block. If not, I could Collected Company. That does drain me twice a turn. Are you... Like, these are the hands that I'm running into today. So I actually think... we have to fight this. We're just taking too much damage otherwise. And then I'm going to play out Roness. That following turn, then it lets me play Pelt Collector into the company. Nice thing is they are down to one card, but naturally they're gonna hit Land Collected Company or Mayhem Devil. Okay, just Jingantha. This is actually interesting. So because the, like, Steel Leaf's our best hit, so I'd rather just Steel Leaf, to be honest. There's no point of attacking with Ronas, it just gets chumped. Next turn I can go all out attack and then pump whatever they don't. So even another land is good. I can give these trample. I say this before we get, like, again, Mayhem Deviled or Murderous Rider, or Claim of the Firstborn. Okay, Ghost Rider's fine. So I'm just going to do the pumps here. So filter the mana through here. Pump. So they're one off. So if we attacked with this, we would have had lethal. Still think we're okay. Their blocks may have been slightly different there, though. Okay, they probably hold that back. No? See, at that point, you probably hold it back, because if you draw Mayhem Devil, you can burn me out that way. One, two, three, four, five, six. They're short. Here. Got him. Alright, Mountains didn't go so hot. Forest did a little bit better that game. Opponent would have had 2 more pings. Yeah, they would have had lethal on us had they saved that. Alright, so I'm going to wrap this one up. Appreciate everyone stopping by. Be back, like I said, on Sunday for an extended stream. Appreciate everyone tuning in. And as always, you can catch my content on my YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great one.